Welcome to another Colors of Prog. This is season 6, episode 11. I'm calling this one From Norway They Came. Norway has been churning out a bunch of bands with very interesting sounds in the past few years, and the music's just amazing. From the using folk instruments at times, mixed in with mellotrons and moogs and all kinds of other synthesizers. You would think the sounds would be much darker, music contained. And in fact, Tusmorke uh, have created music that was kind of edgy, slow, proggy, and definitely like, oh, what am I listening to here? But these are two recent releases from them. So Wizrd, formed in 2018 in Trondheim, but later the band moved to Oslo not long after forming. I will not attempt to mention the names of the band members out of respect of mangling their language, but for the four musicians who make up the band on Elements here, their second album on the Charisma label, released in 2024, uh, released their debut also on Charisma in 2022. And it's quite good. They use 60s and 70s psychedelia. Nectar comes to mind again, mostly. And there's 9 songs on Elements, 37 minutes. Um, it definitely has that jazzy, psychedelic jam band thing going on, but with more shorter songs, and more concise songs. And the bass player, who handles the lead vocals, sings an exceptionally unaccented English. So Wizrd are quite good, a bit different. And if you're looking for something a little out of step with the norm, they're somebody I recommend. So not as dark and evil as it looks. It's kind of a pleasant listen. So as I say, again, not too long ago I compared another band to sounding a bit like early Nectar, and this might be one of them. Tusmorke is another Norwegian band of note. They formed in 1994, have released 11 albums since 2012, which was their first release. So imagine a folkish prog group with elements suggesting they listen to a lot of bands like Gong and Can, and an awful lot of Jethro Tull, hence a lot of flute. They originally were called the Flowers of Evil. Yes, les Fleurs du Mal. They were the Flowers of Evil as a performing band before they changed to Tusmorke. Now, I found 2023's Hestehoven, the album previous to this, to be quite something dark, almost primal, psychedelic folk with a thinly veiled connection to the occult. This new release is called Dawn of Oberon, released in 2024, late in 2024. It enlightens the mood considerably. I may not have mentioned that Tusmorke have recorded albums of music for children, which I have not heard, but I really can't imagine it. It's okay. So Nordic folk history is long, nearly immeasurable. And surely the legends and folk stories which became songs over the years gave a whole new way of looking at music through the invention of sound and reinventing musical history. That was a mouthful. Well, not quite a game changer. Dawn of Oberon expands a template that we normally know of progressive music. Actually, both these bands do. We are used to some, there's a lot of metal bands from that part of the country, that part of the world, and there are a lot of prog metal bands, and there's not so many, but they're growing symphonic music bands, but bands that combine folk instruments with electronic sounds for a whole new different sound. You can go, you can find yourself a lot worse. I'd recommend checking out Tusmorke and Wizrd. Um, I like discussing music you may not have heard, and occasionally there will be something I will not recommend, so that happens. But no, I recommend checking these two out. Have a great day.